Hello students. So today we are going to discuss question answers of chapter number 5 inside the atom from our science book. From the exercise questions, the first question is, what is the difference in the atomic model of Thomson and Rutherford? According to Thomson, the positive charge is all over the atom and negative charge is just embedded in between like plum cake. But Rutherford's scattering experiment have proved that all the mass of the atom is concentrated at the center of the atom, that is the nucleus, and only negatively charged particles are moving around the positively charged protons and neutral neutrons in the nucleus. So that model you have to write down this difference and for this answer. Then next question is, what is mean by valency of an element and what is the relation between the number of valence electrons and valency? For this purpose, you see, we have already discussed that the outermost shell of any element will decide the valency of that element. How many electrons are accommodated in the last shell, if it is an octet or not. If it is octet, then the atom will be stable. If it is less than 8, or in that case, it will be ready to make up a compound with some other element, and the atom will be unstable. And valence electron means the number of electrons present in the outermost shell. So valency directly depends upon the number of electrons in the outermost shell of the atom of that element. Okay, you can give examples of sodium, hydrogen, helium, carbon that are already being shown to you. Okay. Next question is, what is mean by atomic mass number? Mass of the atom is concentrated at the center of the atom, that is the nucleus part. And in the nucleus, there are protons and neutrons that decide the total mass of the atom. And electrons, which actually have negligible mass, are revolving around the nucleus in their specific orbits. So atomic mass is actually addition of protons and neutrons in the nucleus of that atom. Now, how to explain the atomic number and atomic mass number of carbon? If 6 is the atomic number and 12 is the atomic mass number. In that case, for carbon, carbon symbol is C. Already we have done this. Atomic mass number is 12 and atomic number is 6. As you all know, A is the symbol for atomic mass number and Z is the symbol for atomic number. Z decides the number of protons and A, that is atomic mass, is the total number of protons and neutral neutrons. Okay. So from this symbol, we can understand that when the atomic mass number is 12 and atomic number is 6, that means number of protons is 6 and total of protons and neutrons is 12. In that case, the number of neutrons are also 6 because 12 minus 6 is equal to 6. Okay. This explanation you have to give over here. Next question is, what is mean by subatomic particle? Subatomic particles means the number of particles that are present inside the atom. We all by now know the structure of atom, and we know that there are 3 subatomic particles. The 3 subatomic particles are protons, neutrons, and electrons. Protons are positively charged, neutrons are neutral, they do not have any charge on them, and electrons are the negatively charged particles. So, and in the nucleus, we have protons and neutrons that is going to decide the mass of that atom, and electrically negative electrons are moving around this nucleus. These 3 subatomic particles, we have to give information in short, whatever just now I have told you. Next question is related to give reasons. All the mass of an atom is concentrated in the nucleus. Why? Because the mass of the atom, that is the number of protons and neutrons, are concentrated in the nucleus, and comparatively negligible mass having electrons are moving around this orbits around the nucleus. This is the nucleus where protons, which are positively charged, and neutrons are present, and electrons, which are not having any considerable mass, are moved in the shells outside orbits. They are arranged around this nucleus. So the mass is concentrated in the nucleus itself, and electrons are comparatively having negligible mass. Okay. Atom is electrically neutral. Why? Because the number of protons and number of electrons are most of the time equal. And when the equal number of protons and electrons are there, in that case, protons are positive and electrons are negative. This positive and negative charges neutralize each other as they are equal in number. Okay. And that's why the atom is electrically neutral. Atomic mass is a whole number because mass is always the addition of protons and neutrons in the nucleus, and it can never be half or 1/4 or 3/4. That's why it's always a whole number. Atoms are stable, though negatively charged electrons are revolving within it. Atoms are stable because inside the nucleus there are positively charged protons. They neutralize the negative charge of the electrons. Next thing is we have to define certain terms like atom. What is an atom? Already we know, the smallest particle of any substance, any element which cannot be further cut down or divided into further. Okay. Isotopes. What are isotopes now? Yesterday in earlier class we have seen that atomic number is a fundamental property of an element and its chemical identity also. Now, but some elements in nature have atoms with some same atomic number but different mass number. In that case, the neutron number is different. Even though the atom is of the same element, the number of neutrons may differ. In that case, we have isotopes. Such elements which are having different mass numbers, but they are element of the same category, are called as isotopes. Only the neutron number is different. That's why the number of atomic mass number will be different. Okay. Then atomic number is the number of protons present in an atomic nucleus. Okay, that is the atomic number. Atomic mass number is the number of proton plus the number of neutron that are present inside the nucleus of any atom. So atomic mass number is always bigger than atomic number. And what is a moderator in nuclear reactor? Moderator, is used for reducing the speed of neutrons so that there will be no great explosion that can cause lot of damage. You see. So moderator could be any graphite or heavy water is mostly used, and it is used as moderator for reducing the speed of neutrons, which is more harmful than your protons and electrons, and it is used in nuclear reactors for creating explosions. Then you have to draw the diagram of Rutherford scattering experiment. I have already sent it to you. Thomson's atomic model. And then you have to diagrammatically sketch electronic configuration of magnesium. For magnesium, atomic number is 12. Atomic number of magnesium is 12. Okay, so magnesium having atomic number 12. How to draw this atom? Diagrammatically, you have to show along with configuration. We have to first of all write down the electronic configuration. So you see, in K shell 2 electrons, L shell 8 electrons, and M shell will accommodate only 2 electrons in its outermost shell, because the number of protons will be equal to the number of electrons. In that case, how will you draw protons and neutrons here in the nucleus? K shell, M shell, L shell, and M shell. Okay. Now, 2 electrons in the K shell. Then you can draw 8 electrons in the L shell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 electrons accommodated in the L shell. And finally, in the outermost M shell, we have only 2 electrons. That is, this atom is going to be unstable. Only 2 electrons in the outermost M shell. This way you have to sketch an electronic configuration of magnesium. Okay, this is the formula of magnesium, and atomic number already given. So number of protons is always equal to number of electrons, isn't it? In that case, we can draw this type of a structure of atom of a magnesium. Next diagram you have to draw is electronic configuration of argon. Argon, electronic structure. Argon is having 18. Formula is Ar, and its atomic number is 18. Okay, atomic mass number will be different where we are adding neutron number also, but number of protons is 18 as the atomic number is 18. In that case, the electronic configuration will be 2, 8, and 8. Okay, argon gas is a stable atom because its octet, the outermost orbit is going to have a 8 electrons, that is octet is complete. This is the nucleus. Then you have K shell, L shell and M shell. K, L and M. So you can see 2 electrons in the K shell, then 8 in the L shell, and outermost M shell is also having 8 electrons. Though the capacity of M shell is more, according to this 2m square formula, as M shell is the third shell, we know that 3 3s are 9. Okay, 18 is the capacity of M shell. But if octet is completed, 8 electrons are there in the outermost shell, then the atom is said to be stable. Okay, this atom is stable because its outermost shell is having 8 electrons, that is octet is complete here. Okay, this way you have to sketch the electronic configurations in proper orbits of these elements, magnesium and argon. Then you have fill up the blanks. Electron, proton, neutron are types of subatomic parts in an atom. They are said to be subatomic particles in an atom. An electron carries which charge? Negative charge. Third one, the electron shell dash is nearest to the nucleus. We all know that the K shell is nearest to the nucleus. So you have to write down just K in that blank. The electronic configuration of magnesium is 282. From this, it is understood that the valence shell of magnesium is M shell. M shell in magnesium also we have because 282 K, L and M. M shell is also having 2 electrons. So the valence shell of magnesium is M shell. So you have to write down there M, the shell number. The valency of hydrogen is 1. As per the molecular formula H2O, therefore valency of iron turns out to be from the formula Fe2O3. Fe2O3 is the formula of ferrous oxide. Sorry, Fe2O3. In that case, I want you all to draw this in your fair copy. You can pause the video and draw. In water, you see H2O and hydrogen is having only 1 electron in its atom. So for oxygen to complete its octet, 2 atoms of hydrogen were needed. On the other hand, for Fe2O3 is the formula of a compound iron oxide. In that case, how can you accommodate 2 iron atoms with 3 atoms of oxygen? With 1 atom of oxygen, you needed 2 electrons. In this case of 3 atoms of oxygen, 2 iron atoms needed to be accommodated. So you have to write down the answer in this blank. Okay. Next question is match the following. Protons positively charged, electrons negatively charged, and neutrons neutral. Okay, very easy to do this. Next, seventh question is you have to deduce from the datum provided. Whatever datum is provided, from that you have to deduce certain fact. And what is that? Let us try to solve that. These questions will be sent to you and you have to solve it in your fair copy. To deduce. The datum given is sodium having 11 as the atomic number and 23 is the atomic mass number. In this case, the neutron number, how much it will be? As you know, A minus Z, atomic mass number minus atomic number will give you the number of neutrons. Therefore, 23 minus 11 is going to be 12. This is going to be your first answer. Next, you have carbon. For carbon, 14 is the atomic mass number and 6 is the atomic number. Here the mass number is going to be 14 obviously. Mass number means protons plus neutron. Therefore, A is equal to protons and neutrons and we are going to directly get the answer as atomic mass number. Third datum given is of chlorine. For chlorine, you have atomic number 17 and atomic mass number 37. Okay, in that case, they are asking you the proton number. How many protons are there? Now, as you all know that 17 is the atomic number and not the atomic mass number. Atomic mass number is always addition of number of protons and neutrons. And 37 is that. This is 37. But the 17 number is the number of protons. Therefore, the answer here will be 17. And 37 minus 17, you will get the neutron number. Okay. This way you have to complete this chart and complete your question answers of lesson number 5 inside the atom. Okay. So see you in the next class. Bye all of you.